Kelly Ripa may be a proud mom, but she's also a bit of a rule breaker when it comes to supporting her kids. During a recent conversation, the TV host revealed that she secretly attended a performance of Death of a Salesman on March 10th to watch her son Joaquin Consuelos make his Broadway debut. However, Consuelos had asked his parents to wait until opening night on April 9th before coming to see the show, but Ripa admitted she couldn't resist. Speaking about the experience, she said she attended the performance with her husband, Mark Consuelos, and was blown away by what she saw. "I didn't ask for permission. I just went. I'm like, you know what? I'm a ticket buyer too, and I'm going," she teased. Mark quickly chimed in while recalling the night. "You said I undersold it," Mark said. At first, Kelly said she thought her husband was simply being a proud dad when he praised their son's performance. But once she saw the show for herself, her reaction changed immediately. "It was unbelievable," she gushed. "The entire production is incredible, and just to see Joaquin up there took my breath away." Mark agreed and said he was completely captivated by his son's performance. "He's amazing," Mark said. "He did such a good job." Watching Joaquin on stage was an emotional moment for the actor, who said he was glued to the performance the entire time. "I did not blink," Mark said of the 3-hour play, which stars Nathan Lane and Laurie Metcalf. "I was watching him with a smile on my face." Mark admitted he got emotional as the show went on. "And cried," he continued, noting that audience members around him were also emotional during the performance. As he was taking his first curtain call bow, the lady next to me said, "Mazel tov, your son was amazing." After the show, Joaquin even signed Mark's playbill, though Kelly had a funny reaction to the situation. "That's his autograph." Kelly asked, "We gotta work on that." The Broadway production of Death of a Salesman officially opens on April 9th at the Winter Garden Theater in New York City, and the show is currently scheduled to close on June 14th. Meanwhile, Mark is also preparing for his own Broadway moment this season. The actor will begin previews for Fallen Angels on March 27th. The couple have been married since May 1996, and the longtime couple raised 3 children together: Michael Consuelos, 28, Lola Consuelos, 24, and Joaquin, 23. Over the years, Kelly has been open about how her parenting style evolved as their kids grew older. "As you get older and you learn more, that youngest kid hopefully benefits from a little bit more wisdom, and hopefully fewer nerves," she said. "I think I had definitive ideas about raising girls versus raising boys, even though I don't really believe in gender stereotyping. My sons are just as sensitive as my daughter, and my daughter is as strong as my sons." Now that their youngest child has grown up and moved on to college, the couple has entered a new chapter. After sending Joaquin off to school, Kelly admitted the transition to being empty nesters wasn't easy. She previously called the experience brutally painful. "It's one of those things where you can never be ready," Kelly said. Read more at OK. Get OK's biggest scoops and scandals delivered right to your inbox. Sign up now. Follow OK on WhatsApp here. Stay across all the latest in celebrity, entertainment, and pop culture via our WhatsApp channel. No comments, no algorithm, and nobody can see your private details. For Kelly Ripa, American TV host, and Mark Consuelos, parenthood has always been about balancing love, support, and guidance, sometimes with a little mischief sprinkled in. But nothing tested that dynamic quite like the night they secretly attended their son Joaquin Consuelos' Broadway debut in Death of a Salesman. The production, staged at the historic Winter Garden Theater in New York City, was set to officially open on April 9th, 2026, but Kelly and Mark couldn't resist sneaking in for a performance on March 10th, weeks ahead of the official premiere. "I didn't ask for permission," Kelly admitted with a grin during a recent conversation. "I just went. I'm like, you know what? I'm a ticket buyer too, and I'm going." Mark laughed as he recounted the evening. "You said I undersold it," he teased, recalling how Kelly initially underestimated her own anticipation for the night. The thrill of a secret. The thrill of the secret visit was palpable. Joaquin, 23, had requested that his parents wait until the official opening night to watch him perform, hoping to experience that milestone fully as a formal debut. But Kelly, ever the devoted mom, wasn't willing to adhere to the rules entirely. The couple arrived discreetly, blending in with the audience and holding their collective breath as the lights dimmed and the stage sprang to life. From a first line, Kelly and Mark were captivated. "It was unbelievable," Kelly gushed. "The entire production is incredible, and just to see Joaquin up there took my breath away." Mark nodded, visibly emotional as he recalled the performance. "He's amazing. He did such a good job," he said. "I did not blink." Indeed, the 3-hour play, featuring Broadway veterans Nathan Lane and Laurie Metcalf, was a masterclass in theatrical storytelling, but for Mark and Kelly, it became more than a performance. It was a family moment, witnessing their son shine under the bright lights of Broadway. A proud parent's perspective. Watching Joaquin perform was an emotional experience for both parents. Mark admitted that he was glued to the stage, smiling through the production, but also moved to tears by moments of brilliance and raw emotion. And cried, he confessed, laughing softly at the memory. As he was taking his first curtain call, the lady next to me said, "Mazel tov, your son was amazing." Kelly couldn't help but chuckle when recounting Joaquin signing Mark's playbill afterward. "That's his autograph," she asked. "We gotta work on that." These moments encapsulate the joys of parenting adult children, pride, awe, and the occasional humorous critique all rolled into one. A family of performers. For the Consuelos family, the arts run deep. Mark himself is preparing for his own Broadway moment this season, with previews of Fallen Angels set to begin on March 27th. Watching their son Joaquin step into the limelight was a bittersweet experience, reflecting both pride and nostalgia. Kelly and Mark have raised 3 children together, Michael, 28, Lola, 24, and Joaquin, 23. Each has carved their own path, yet the family remains tightly knit, sharing stories, laughter, and support across both personal and professional milestones. As Kelly reflected, her parenting philosophy has evolved over the years. As you get older and you learn more, that youngest kid hopefully benefits from a little bit more wisdom, and hopefully fewer nerves, she said. "I think I had definitive ideas about raising girls versus raising boys, even though I don't really believe in gender stereotyping. My sons are just as sensitive as my daughter, and my daughter is as strong as my sons." The emotional impact of empty nesting. With Joaquin now grown, and moving forward into college and professional life, Kelly and Mark have entered a new chapter of life, empty nesting. While they celebrated Joaquin's success on Broadway, they admitted that the transition has been emotionally challenging. Kelly described the period as brutally painful. "It's one of those things where you can never be ready," she reflected. "You send them off, and suddenly the house feels quieter, different." Even so, seeing Joaquin perform allowed them to experience a tangible moment of connection, bridging the physical distance between parent and child with shared awe and pride. Behind the curtain. For Joaquin, stepping onto the Winter Garden stage for his Broadway debut was a dream realized. Years of training, rehearsals, and dedication culminated in a performance that left even his parents awestruck. Mark recalled being completely captivated throughout the 3-hour production. "I was watching him with a smile on my face," he said, "and crying along with everyone else in the audience. It was everything you hope for as a parent." Kelly's perspective was just as profound. "Seeing him do what he loves in a space like that was breathtaking," she said. "You just want to freeze that moment forever." A night of joy and laughter. The evening didn't end with the curtain call. After the show, Joaquin signed Mark's playbill, prompting a light-hearted reaction from his mother. "That's his autograph?" Kelly asked. "We've got to work on that." This playful critique highlighted the balance of pride and humor that has long defined the Consuelos' family dynamic. Their ability to celebrate achievements while keeping the tone lighthearted makes their parenting approach relatable and endearing. Broadway and beyond. The Broadway production of Death of a Salesman officially opens on April 9th and is scheduled to run through June 14th. For Joaquin, this debut is not merely a milestone, it's a launching point for a promising career on stage. Mark, too, is preparing for his own Broadway season with Fallen Angels, opening previews on March 27th. The shared experience of both father and son performing on Broadway underscores the family's deep connection to theater and performance. Family reflections. Over the years, Kelly has often spoken about her evolving approach to parenting, acknowledging that lessons learned with older children can benefit younger ones. She emphasized that gender stereotypes do not define her children's personalities or emotional capacities. "My sons are just as sensitive as my daughter, and my daughter is as strong as my sons," Kelly explained. "You can't pigeonhole children. You just guide them as best you can." Looking forward. With Joaquin stepping into the professional theater world and Mark preparing for his own Broadway return, the Consuelos household is a hub of creativity, pride, and shared milestones. Despite the challenges of empty nesting, Kelly and Mark remain deeply engaged in their children's lives, celebrating successes, providing guidance, and cherishing the fleeting moments of togetherness that family visits allow.